You know, I'm still amazed every time they go blow by me like that. They're so fast. Guess how fast a human runs. That's it. It's like he's not even moving. This is where they try to get the rabbit. He's got to hurry up and tuck it in, otherwise they'll shred it. You can tell. I mean, it's all in fun. You can tell. Like, look. You can tell they're loving this. I was kind of joking around with one of the guys that was operating the bucket over there one day. I was saying that cheetahs are the fastest, and so at some point in time humans tried to get cheetahs to run, and we joked and laughed that it probably didn't work out, ha ha ha, that kind of thing. But since then I've seen articles that people have posted on Facebook about there was a guy back in the olden days that he would race cheetahs with greyhounds. And I think it was over in the UK or something.
Oh, really?
But yeah, there were pictures of greyhounds laying next to cheetahs, and there were pictures of them racing. And
I think that'd be kind of hard to train a cheetah to do anything.
Yeah, well, they did it, and I don't know how they did it. And he was like the only. I think he was like the only guy that ever did it. If something's running, they will just something small. They will just take off after it.
They just seem to be. It's in their nature.
It's in their nature.
Just want to run.
Yeah. It's almost like it's not even that you guys, or the track teaches them how to race. They just let them race, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Well, because I'm sure the owner of the kennel is going to work with them.
They are crazy fast.
Well, about 35
Yeah.
miles an hour.
And here's how fast humans run. That's it.
When you consider we're hitting this curve about 35 miles an hour.
Wow, 35?
Yeah.
So you have your own clinic in here. If a dog does get hurt, this is where they would get treated.
Pretty much everything you need.
Yeah, it's just a place to take care of them, and obviously it's not like a hospital or something. Or, it's like if you go to a football game and somebody gets hurt, if you notice, like you go to a high school football game, there's always like paramedics there. And if somebody gets hurt, they treat them and then they take them off somewhere. That's kind of like what this is. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you got all of them.
Yeah, I got them. Snippy.
This is Florida, so it gets hot here. When it is hot out, it's not hot out right now, but when the dogs run in a race, or when they do the schooling thing, they get to cool off in this doggy pool. All the greyhound trainers and owners are for this Greyhound Safety Act. But why would politicians not be for it? Politicians in the Grey 2K, the greyhound activists, they're not for this safety act? Amazing. Yeah. That kind of gives them awake a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, every time we proposed it, they shot it.
Huh. Well, that's too bad, man. Tracks should just do it on their own.
Greyhound Safety Act. That's what the politicians in Grey 2K, that's what they vote against.
Why would Grey 2K not want it to be safer for greyhounds?
Because they thrive off donations off hurt dogs.
Yeah.
The more sob
If there's
stories
you're not going to vote for anything if you're Grey 2K. You're not going to be on board with anything that's going to make it safer for greyhounds. Because anytime a greyhound does get hurt, they just use it as propaganda, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's why we're pushing for this, and every year they go in and try and defeat it because they don't want safety for the dogs.
No.
And it would cost the tracks a lot of money to implement.
So what? I wonder what Grey 2K uses as an excuse why they don't want that Greyhound Safety Act implemented. What could they possibly say that justifies why they? What do they say? Do they go, well, we just don't want racing altogether? That's what they say.
Yeah. They just want they don't want anything to do with safety. They just want rid of dogs.
Oh.
That's all they do. They're just an advocacy. They don't do anything for dogs.
No, they don't.
They just don't like racing, so they want to get rid of it.
What is that?
The 3-Point Greyhound Safety Act is what this track implemented. The safety rail, see the safety rail on the bottom? That prevents the dogs from going into the rail, to to
The
get
rabbit that hinges
electricity,
in?
Right. And then they've got a safety brake system down there. If the dog falls and runs the other way, they can fold it in down there so the dog doesn't get hit by the arm. They've improved the track surface. They've widened it.
The other thing would be insulating.
They've insulated.
They have.
They've insulated everything in.
Also, this track actually implemented that
This
Safety
track
Act on its own.
Implemented it on its own.
They had a horse tracking.
People always say too, these activist people, they'll tell you that the attendance is down and all that kind of stuff. It is. Attendance is down because people can get on their computer at home and bet on the dog races. The tracks are still making money hand over fist.
Yeah, well, you know, and because people go to the casino and push up.
Yeah. Why is he stopping over here? He's going the other way. What's he doing? He's very curious.
No, well, the rabbit comes in where it goes in. Some dogs are smart.
Oh, he figured out it tucked in right over
I
there.
said, well, it went in there, and I'm going to go see. Some of them are smart.
They're all pretty smart. He's just a little bit smarter than the rest of them. It's almost like the activists, there's this weird mentality, like you're not supposed to touch an animal, or an animal, you shouldn't make an animal do anything. They care more about animals than they do people.
Yeah.
It's like the activists that put animals above people, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to get into that mindset, but the dogs tell the story. The dogs, no matter what I say, when I film the dogs, you can see it in their mannerisms and how they act and behave with me, interact with me, and the trainers. That tells the whole story right there. It just backs up everything that I've been showing people, you know. And I'm not trying to fabricate anything. For the most part, my videos, I edit out the slow parts or that kind of stuff. But it's not. This isn't professional.
The only thing that I haven't seen anything that I'd call inhumane, except, you know, if you want to say the injury, it's just too bad to get injured. But
Yeah.
that only happens on the average about 1 point. I think the other day I was figuring up for the last month, like 1.69 times out of 1,000.
If you add up all the high school football games all around the country and add up how many kids get injured every day, it's going to far outnumber any greyhounds that got injured. They're hardworking people. They're hardworking.
And I just thought, God, I just can't believe how hard they work.
Yeah, they do. You know, basically, they're hardworking, animal-loving people. From all the people that I've met.
The nurse says, well, here's these 3 dogs, and they know every dog by name.
Oh yeah.
If they have 40, 50, 60 dogs, they'll know which dog I'm talking about.
And they'll know it's their personalities and what they
know
do.
everything about the dog, and I
Yeah.
can keep them all straight. You know, I suppose if he's working with them all the time.
Yeah, they know everything about those dogs, and they all have different personalities.
Yeah.
It goes to show you how well they know them, you know. Yeah. You know, it's too bad. I've been to 2 of these meetings, and when I hear the activists talk to the politicians, they lie through their teeth. And it's too bad that we're not put under oath, or some of this stuff isn't investigated. Or if you could get in trouble for lying, they would tell you something different, or they wouldn't say anything at all. So
Now,